You know what's frustrating? Giving your kids your time, planning something special for them, and then only realizing that that moment meant more to you than it did to them. Nobody teaches us this as fathers, that you can spend an entire day with your kids only to walk away not feeling any closer. And for the longest time, I always thought the best way to bond with my kids was to find something bigger and better for us to do together. But I quickly learned one sentence from my son changed how I looked at fatherhood. One morning, I was just thinking like, okay, we need to get out and do something together as a family. You know, my kids, they're on summer vacation and everything, or getting ready to go on summer vacation. So, I don't want everybody just sitting at the house. So what did I do? Being dad of the year, I go and find a little event. It was a monster truck show. Growing up, I thought monster trucks was cool. They weren't really my thing, but they monster trucks. Who don't like monster trucks? So I find, an event nearby, got the tickets so we can go maybe like a week out. So I got everything planned. We're gonna get up, get ready. We're gonna go and get some breakfast and we'll go to the event. The day finally comes. I'm excited. I haven't told my kids anything yet, specifically my son, because I'm thinking like, okay, this is gonna be a great bonding moment. So we getting ready. They're excited and everything, and I'm excited. My wife want me to let them know, like, okay, you want to tell them where we're going? Not yet, not yet. So we hop in the car. We headed out to go get some breakfast. And so in my mind, when I was coming up, my brother and I, we always enjoyed going to IHOP. Get pancakes and because we get whatever we want, what kind of pancakes, whatever. So I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, that'd be great. Let's stop by IHOP. We'll get some great breakfast, chill as a family, and enjoy each other. So that's what we did. We went to IHOP, and it was great. We enjoyed the breakfast. Everybody was eating good, and I was really surprised about my daughter. She's a very picky eater, but she found something that she liked on the menu, got it for her, and to my surprise, she ate really well. She normally doesn't do that, but she ate everything. This is the best day ever. We're out as a family. We're going to an event, something that we normally don't do. And we're finna have a great time. I'm gonna hear about this all day. I'm gonna hear about it all day. On the way to the event, traffic. Like, okay, nothing big. We'd be a little patient, wait, get in the traffic. And when I followed my GPS to go to the destination, I pulled in there, didn't see anything. So I'm looking like, what in the world? Come to find out, I went to the wrong spot. So not only did I get out of traffic to go to where I thought was the right place, I had to correct myself, get back into traffic to go down a little further, maybe like a mile or two down further to get to the right place. So no big deal, just a little, a little misdirection, all good. We get back to the route, get to where we need to go. I turned into the spot, and we're in the line, and I see the ticket lady. She's taking the money for the tickets or taking money for the parking spot so that we can get into the venue. So the line's moving, and we're about number 3, the third car from the ticket lady. Everything's cool. And all of a sudden, I hear my daughter, who's behind me in her car seat. She tells me, Dad, my stomach hurts. My stomach's hurting. So I'm not thinking too much of it. I'm like, okay, maybe she gotta use the bathroom or something. That's okay. We can wait a little while and get there. And my daughter, who's a talker, she just kind of goes quiet. And again, I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, okay, everything's fine. Ain't nothing wrong. Tell me why we get to the ticket lady, and as I'm conversing with the ticket lady about the prices of the parking spot, all I hear is, I'm looking this lady in her eye, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I know you lying. I know you lying. So I paid the lady the ticket or the money for the ticket for the parking spot or whatnot. And I look back, my daughter's covered in throw up. I hear my son low key freaking out because she's throwing up everywhere. And I hear my wife, she sighs because this is a huge mess. So now I'm like, oh my God, come on now. So we go to the parking spot, pull in, put the car in park, and we go to get everything cleaned up. And so now my wife, I'm reading her whole body language. Like she's kind of upset now. She's not feeling it. She's upset. So I'm like, okay, we can get this cleaned up and we can all go. Then my wife hit me with something unexpected. She told me, she was like, you know what? Why won't you and him go? Me and my son. Why don't y'all two just go? And me and her will stay here in the car. Oh, so now I'm not feeling good anymore. I'm like, what? Like that? No. We can just get this cleaned up and then we can go. We can all go in. And my wife was like, no, because if she's doing this, she don't want to get into the place and this happens and they get all over someone and stuff, which is understandable. That's definitely understandable. But in my mind at that moment, it was not. I was like, no, like this isn't a family event. You know, I'm trying to bring my family out. Like that's what this is. This isn't, you know, just a me and my son thing, which is cool. Me and him can go, but that's not how it's supposed to go. So at that moment, I was just like, we can just go home. I didn't want to go home, but I was like, bro, like, no, this is supposed to be a family experience. Like, we can just leave. We can try again another time. But she was pushing back. She was like, nah, like, y'all just go. I handle this. Y'all just go. And see, now I'm feeling bad now. Because not only is the whole family not gonna be there, like my wife is stuck with my daughter who just threw up. I don't know if she's sick. I don't know if she ate too much. I'm not sure. But now she's stuck and they don't get to experience everything. So now we 2 men short and it's just me and my son going in. So I was like, okay, maybe it won't be that bad. It's okay. It's fine. We'll just get up and go. And so my son and I, we get out and we walk to the venue. A lot of people. We walk in, and what I didn't realize is we still managed to get there a little late. I'm not sure how we got there late, but we got there a little late because the tickets I paid for were like they had a thing to where kids could get in like early, and they got like bounce houses and all these different kind of toys and a whole bunch of different things for the kids to do, like different activities and stuff, meet the drivers and stuff like that. So we get there and that's wrapping up. That's finna wrap up. It ain't none of that. So we find some seats and we just looking around, see the trucks in the distance, and my son's looking in the on the middle of the venue, and he's like, I want to go out there. But what he didn't notice was they was already putting everything up. The show was actually getting ready to get started. And so now I feel bad. I feel bad because my son want to go out there and play. You know, children like to go mingle amongst other children and play and all that stuff. That's what he wanted to do. But I missed the opportunity, or we missed the opportunity to do that. And so like, okay, the show supposed to be like an hour long. And I was pointing to the trucks and everything, and I was like, man, check that out. Look at this, look at that, look at that. He was like, yeah, okay. And so about maybe 15 minutes passed. It may not have been 15 minutes. The monster trucks rev up and everything. They move around a little bit, and they cut the cars off, and the guys get ready to start talking. This is the sentence that my son told me to change everything. He said, Dad, and I'm excited. I'm excited up here. I'm looking at the monster truck like, oh, okay, giant. Look at that monster truck. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. And he tapped me, Dad. I'm like, what's up, man? What's up? He said, can we go? Can we go? Like, what you mean? what you mean can we go? Like I just I spent money on these tickets. So now I'm low key offended. I'm like, can we go? Like we just got here. The show barely started and you ready to go? Come on, man. Come on. What we really doing? And so just to be real, it's like that moment it didn't crush me, but his response just kind of it hurt my heart a little bit. It hurt my heart, man. Cause I'm thinking like, okay, we finna enjoy this. But like the look on his face was like unimpressed, low key bored, and like, man, I'm not feeling this, man. Like, what you brought me here for? So I'm like, man, this I didn't know what to say. I'm just like, well, let's just finish. Let's just finish the show. You know, we'll see. Let's just finish it. And so now I'm texting, checking in on my wife. You know, they everything okay with them. They had to go get a change of clothes or whatever for my daughter, and they were okay. So I'm just kind of sitting here with my son, just, you know, I'm feeling like a square now. Like I'm feeling like out of place. I'm just like, what the world? So we waited, you know, we sat through the show. It was good. You know, everything was fine. He got him a toy truck and everything. He still was able to play with like some other little kids with the trucks. So I think he had a decent time. He was unimpressed by it, but he still had a pretty decent time there. But in my mind, I gotta recalculate because I'm still kind of thrown. I'm like, dang, I thought this was it because they're monster trucks. After we left the monster truck show, I kind of I sat with that because understand, my goal is to be a great father. I want to be a great father to my kids. I don't want to just be there or be present. Like I want to be in their lives. I want to shape their thinking. I want to allow them to experience things. I want them to know that my dad loved me. Like that's what I want my children to know. You know, so when he told me this, I wasn't mad at him, but I kind of didn't take it lightly. I was like, okay, no, I gotta figure this out. Like, why didn't this create the connection that I thought it would? You know, I thought this would be very exciting and cool and fun, but it kind of was the other way around. It wasn't what I expected. So while I was sitting with this question for maybe a few days, maybe a week, just thinking, it finally occurred to me what the issue was. And the issue was I was doing what I thought was exciting and fun versus doing what he thought was exciting or what they thought was exciting and fun. So the things that appealed to them or that they're fascinated with, I didn't take it into consideration. So I kind of missed and struck out on that one because of my thinking. Over the next few days, weeks, maybe, I start changing what I was looking at and how I was thinking. I started paying more attention to what was fascinating them. And I don't know if you know this, but your kids will tell you what they like. You know, I always grew up and listening and hearing people always say that you gotta shape them and show them what they like or what they need to know. Yeah, but not really. Because kids, even my 3-year-old daughter, they know what they like. They know exactly what they like. Now, I feel like it is up to us as parents to shape their sense of right and wrong. But a lot of times, if you pay attention, you will understand exactly what they like. My daughter loves dresses. And again, I don't know where that come from, but she loves dresses. My wife don't even wear dresses like that. She will, but not to the point to where my daughter is just like, oh, I love dresses. I can pick my daughter out a whole outfit. My wife can pick her a whole outfit out. But if she don't like it, she's gonna say, no, not that. She don't want to wear it. And she'll point out what she does want to wear. So they know what they like. But anyways, I started paying attention to what they were like, what they talked amongst themselves about, what they watched on TV, how they played with their toys. And it occurred to me that this whole time I've already known what they like because I talked to them about it. We watch it. We everything. They love sea life, sharks, whales, fish, jellyfish. They love sea life, and on top of that, they love space, planets, stars, galaxies, all of those type of things. Like they actually like. Both of my children love these things. They love it. So instead of planning something that I thought they would like, I listened to that, and my wife and I planned something different. We planned a trip to the Georgia Aquarium up in Atlanta, and also there was a I can't even think what it's called now. Oh, a planetarium. We also took them to a planetarium where they were showing like constellations and the stars and the moon and all of these things about space. So we planned a trip around these things to go and take our kids. And I was very curious on how this was going to work. So we got to the room, we got situated in our room and everything, and we went to the aquarium. Bruh, when I tell you that these kids lost their minds in a good way, like they were so excited. They were excited. Like my daughter, she's the person that she wants to hold my hand. She wants me to carry her, or she wants my wife to hold her hand and carry her. And she's not really trying. She don't want to walk. She's a prissy. Now she's not trying to walk and all that stuff like that. But when I tell you, when we got into that aquarium, she forgot who I was. She was not trying to hold no hands. She wasn't trying to get picked up. None of that. So we went in, and one of the first things that we went to go see were the sharks, because my kids, they love sharks. They're fascinated with them, and they were glued to these glasses. They were looking at every shark. We low key had to pull them away from some, but they were so fascinated. They were so fascinated with all of this, and it made me really smile and made me happy because what I realized was that it worked. Like just by simply paying attention to what they were liking and talking about and planning something around that, it worked so well. Like to see them walking around and looking at all the fish and being amazed by how everything looked. And it was very beautiful. It was. Like to see the fish in the water, different types of fish, and just I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it was amazing to me. And in that moment, I felt like man of the year. I can't lie. I felt like the man of the year, man. I felt like my kids were. I did my mission. I accomplished the mission. I got them to be excited. I got them to be in a great mind space and feel connected as a family. Like we felt so connected. And I think is when we got back to the hotel. It may have been when we was in the aquarium, but my son this time, he was like, "This is the best day ever." And then my daughter went and co-signed, like, "Yeah, this is the best day ever." And to hear them say that, man, it was amazing. Just to hear them say those words, and it made me feel really good. It made me feel really good. And so even after we left the aquarium, we went to a little spot to get us a quick bite to eat. Everybody ate their food. It was good. And good thing about it, the place we went to eat was actually in walking distance. So, we just walked from the aquarium to the little spot. I can't think of the name of the spot, but we ate and we walked back to the hotel room as well. And when we got back to the hotel room, everything was good. We was talking, looking at the pictures that we took. It was just so fun. And the next day, I didn't get any footage of the next day, but we went to a breakfast spot that was right down the road, and it was pretty good. It was amazing. Everybody sat in there, ate. We ate good. The food was really good. And we went to go after that to the planetarium. And I tried to get a little footage of the planetarium. I got mostly the things outside of the planetarium, like little museum area. but it was really dark in the planetarium. But it was cool. They had the overhead, I don't know if it was a projector or screen, the big giant screen, to where you can look up and they'll show you the stars and, you know, the constellations and all of those good things. And it was fun to see my son in that surroundings as well, because he was so involved. You know, the person was asking questions about stars and uh, the moon and all of these things, and he was answering them. You know, my son was answering them. He had questions and all of that as well. And so, yeah, like it's safe to say that they had a really great time, and it's something that they're gonna remember for a long time. And I think at the end of the day, that's definitely a win. One of the main things that I learned from this is that children, they don't just want our time. Like, they want to feel known as well. And I understand and realize now that it's not so much of the activity that creates the connection. It's more of understanding them that creates the connection. And also, if you're watching this and you have older children, like you maybe grown children or teenage children or whatnot, because my children are 8 and 3. So to you more seasoned fathers, like what advice do you have about fatherhood? Like what are some things that you learned on your journey that you could share with maybe other people that are watching, new fathers? Share with me, because my children are still very young, and Lord's will, they have some time to grow up. And you know, I want to know too, because I always want to become a better father. And I'm pretty sure there may be other people watching that need that knowledge as well. So if you don't mind, like put in the comments what's some advice or some tips or some things that you learned that could potentially make fatherhood better, more simple, easier for us other fathers. And I want to challenge you not to so much try to impress your children versus understanding them. So before you plan your next family outing, ask yourself, what fascinates my child or my children? What's fascinating to them? And then plan accordingly. Because here on this channel, we're dedicated to growth, becoming better fathers, becoming better leaders, better husbands, and better men of God. And that all starts with you. A stronger family starts with a stronger you.